Yeah, that's the head scratcher. That's the frustrating part. Again, it just we we can't get out of our way. And that's the frustrating part because we do some really good things, and then it's a play or two here and there that keep us from scoring.
Doug, when you keep saying week after week the team's shooting itself in the foot and it's things that the team can control that are controllable mistakes, how frustrating is that?
It's extremely frustrating because again, it's the pride of the team, right? It's the individual efforts, and there's great effort out there. It's just that we've got to be just ultra focused on doing our jobs, right, and doing their jobs, and the number one prized possession on the field is the football, and we got to do a better job of protecting it.
Doug, if you could just walk us through the final 30 seconds of the first half, the decision to, obviously the completion is A, and then the decision to immediately, not spike the ball and throw it to Parker.
We're going to stay aggressive. We're going to, we've scored before in those situations. We had, it was just a mistake, I think, by Trevor, obviously knowing the situation, know how much time is left right there, and that's the one thing. It's a great learning experience for us from the standpoint of, don't throw it in bounds to be tackled in that situation. So we'll learn from that one, but just another great opportunity for us to try to get in the end zone.
To be clear, though, the plan, he was not going to spike it. It was to.
He was not going to spike it.
Gotcha.
Defense, how did you feel like it played communication-wise? That was an issue the last couple of weeks. How did you feel?
I thought the defense really came to play. Kind of kept them down. Did some good things in the first half. Obviously, I think it was the third quarter. Baltimore did the Baltimore things, right? They began running the football, and those were the things that kind of started to show up in the third quarter, and they rattled off a couple big runs. But I thought for the most part, defense kept us in the game, kept us close, and did some good things for us.
Not to belabor the point, but should Trevor be beyond making that kind of mistake right there at the end of the first half and throwing it in bounds at this point, year three?
Can put it on us too, of course, put it on us as coaches, coach that situation a little bit better.
When you saw the pass get completed, did you initially think in your mind spike, or did you initially think in your mind go, but just make sure you?
Well, initially I was hoping, when you're anticipating that we'd get out of bounds, in that situation right there, you get to the sideline or you score. We did out leverage the defense. They made a nice play, tackled him in bounds, but when the pass was completed, I thought we had a good chance of getting to the front pylon.
They ended up running for about 250 yards. You guys were about 75 yards on the ground. Are you concerned at this stage with the physicality of the team in terms of running the ball, defending the run?
I don't think it's – when you say physicality, what do you mean?
Well, it seems like you guys are losing in the trenches a lot now.
Yeah, it's you get beat, you get edged. Those are things that are going to happen, but we got to continue to just grind away and just figure out how to win a football game. Whether we're running it, throwing it, kicking it, it doesn't matter. Right now we're just not good enough to pull these games out against good football teams, and that's the honest truth. And until we figure that out, it's going to be rough. And so it's just a matter of continuing to work and taking your job serious and getting ready for another one next week.
Doug, in baseball, there's a state or a thing that says you're squeezing the bat too hard, trying too hard to impress. Do you sense that with this group, and how are they reacting with all this adversity at this point?
I don't see us pressing. I just think that it's a matter of we just have to understand that the number one thing out there is the football. We're pre-snap penalties in the football, and that's the one thing that's kind of plagued us all season. We're just giving points away, and it's hard. We're making it too hard.
On the subject of running the ball, seemed like you guys established Travis on the first few drives, got Dearness involved, Tank involved, and then you kind of went away from it. Did you go away from it because of it wasn't effective at some point?
No, I think too was dependent, on what they were giving us defensively, with going in and out of their base defense, nickel defense, and taking advantage of some opportunities and putting the ball in the air and obviously we did some good things, throwing the ball, but then you fall behind and you have to put the ball in the air more.
Doug, how significant is Zay, the hamstring, do you know? And also, was Trevor okay on the last drive or two? It looked like he was shaking his arm a few times.
Zay, yeah, hamstring, I don't know the severity of it, but it looked bad, on the field. And so we'll have he'll be evaluated tonight and then tomorrow, so I'll probably have a better update for you. And then in Trevor's case, he was evaluated after the game, and he'll actually enter the protocol.
Hey, Coach, what's your confidence level in Brandon McManus right now?
It's still high. I'm still, he's a veteran kicker. He knows that, these last couple of weeks haven't been his best, and he had opportunities tonight to, score some points for us and keep us close. And I know he takes a lot of pride in that, and he'll work on it this week and be better for it.
Sorry,
just
sorry. Clarification. Did you say concussion protocol for Trevor?
Yes.
Okay, that
And
was
did
my
that
question.
happen on the run play? Do you know? Or
No, I think so. I'm not 100%, but I think so.